Laps of mud.
Against all odds, we are on the air. Well done, well done, Kate.
Yeah.
Oh, dog's a bit up in there. Here, lie down.
I'm gonna take up drinking.
Anyway, good evening and welcome to episode 23 of Rebirth of the Graven King, formerly Journeys Adjacent to the Radiant Citadel, right here on the Emerald Collective. Rebirth of the Graven King is a mini-campaign of my own design, but features the Radiant Citadel for one episode from the campaign of the same name. Basically, I started one of that, actually read through it and thought, nah, I got a better idea. My name is GM Dave, and I'm the Dungeon Master. First up, we have a few announcements before everything just stops working. So, tonight's episode is sponsored by Hidden Folk of the Feywild. Hidden Folk of the Feywild is a new beastry for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. It comes to you from Brambleheart Games, the team behind the iconic TTRPG Fey Earth. Hidden Folk of the Feywild is filled with obscure Fey and magical creatures from European folklore, with all of the abilities they had in their original folklore, but with stats to use them directly in your D&D game. Hidden Folk of the Feywild is on the line I just read, so I'll go to the next one. Whether it is a campaign in the Feywild or you're just looking for some magical creatures for your next session, this is the perfect resource if you wish to add more magic to your game directly from the lore of old Europe. Follow the link in our Twitch chat to be notified when the Kickstarter goes live on April 2nd. So thank you very much, Brambleheart Games, for sponsoring this episode. I think we'll talk about the podcast. You can find our first foray into the world of podcasting wherever you usually get your podcast. No Silver Linings is a Call of Cthulhu podcast by Mark Corrigan of Shulnick Games and features 15 episodes of bone-chilling horror set in Silver Mines, County Tipperary, 1919. You can also catch the Violet Madness returning to the Emerald Collective in podcast form. Episode 0 recaps the story so far. It sets the scene for the adventurer's quest to rid the land of Gastonia of the magical disease known only as the Violet Madness. The Violet Madness is available on all podcast platforms now, and you can listen up to episode 7 or get a sneak peek of the next episode 2 weeks ahead of its release date on our Patreon. Episode 8 is there now. And did you know that we have a Patreon? Speaking of Patrons, well, now you do. Head on over to patreon.com/the Emerald Collection. Depending on the tier you choose, every month you'll receive original battle maps, magical items, monsters to use in your games, with bonus maps and variant versions as well. You'll also get access to the latest podcast episodes, like I just said, 2 weeks before they drop on the regular platforms. But that's not all. We offer discounted rates on selected items on Drive-Thru RPG, Friends of EC rates with our resident cartographer It's a Map, who's back there, and our artist Liz Shangavi, formerly Zorp's Art, who plays the trombone in Andira's band. My Son the Hurricane, but more about that, and we want to hear about the album that's just come out as well, but we will talk about that in a second. We'll even give you a shout out on our Twitch stream to say thanks for supporting us. Tonight's shout out goes to Keane Egan. Thank you very much, Keane, we love you. But if you don't have the coin to spare to sign up for the higher tiers, you can also hit that $1 tier and show your support. But wait, we also have a free tier you can sign up for, and with that you'll get some free stuff. It's not called the free tier for nothing. Head on over to Patreon, check it all out. Now, I think he's there in the bottom right on the Twitch overlay. When he's not streaming with the Emerald Collective, you'll find our very own Rhino over on twitch.tv/DRange Rhino. That's spelling. Oh, that's for my benefit only. Sorry for that. All kinds of mischief as he plays various games from first-person shooters to platformers. Everyone is welcome, and if you haven't already, please give our friend Ryan a follow, and if you can afford it, a sub over on Twitch. And of course, we'd like to extend a big EC welcome to Rhino's army. You're all very welcome over here. Ryan, you are playing with some people across the pond. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I did a short little stint with some guys in America and stuff, and let's just say I represented the Europeans pretty well.
Is it over, or is it still going?
No, it was only like a 4 or 5 day wipe I was doing with them.
Oh, cool. All right.
So yeah, we started on the Thursday, finished up on the Monday evening, and kicked some ass.
Nice. I love it. What's next?
More of the same, but this year I am hoping to hit partner status. So this year I'm really pushing towards getting that. So any and all views, lurks, any of that kind of stuff really does help, because
what happens when you hit partner?
So when I hit partner, apart from getting that fancy little tick next to my name on the Twitch channel,
yep,
it just means as well that there's other opportunities to do with promoting myself on Twitch front page and all that kind of stuff.
Nice. Okay.
Plus there's like extra supports and that you get from Twitch for your channel and that kind of thing.
Sweet.
It just basically means it's the same as anything. It's like the climax of whatever your hard work is to have that under your name kind of thing.
Love it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like Twitch, I think as far as I know, like obviously I think we're affiliate, but partner essentially means Twitch has acknowledged you and are like consider you a streamer.
Basically,
You're
it's
telling
like,
me that we're not acknowledged, Carrick?
We probably
For all our
are,
hard
but
work.
to a different degree.
it's like on Instagram and stuff. You know, when you get your what's it called?
Verification.
Yeah, once you get your verification, and it's like, okay, this is a trusted person within the community and on the
You're already a
services.
trusted person within the community.
I know, but I want that purple tick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And is it
tick beside
purple?
the name is
Purple
nice.
for the beard.
Exactly.
Okay,
I
that's
need
pretty
it.
cool. And is there like a bunch of sort of, is there an Irish streamer Discord that you can join to maybe get a bit of support to people?
Oh,
sort of
I'm in a
jump
good few already.
You're in, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. All right, cool. Thanks, Ryan. Let me pull up my script again and see where we're going to go. Yeah. So, look, let's talk about the next 7 days on the Emerald Collective. I'm back on tomorrow. God fucking help me. Episode 5 of a Soperon trilogy. I know. Continues on Friday with the war heating up and King Gregor's army beaten back from the Vertex Crooks. The elven forces of Coloril now hold the pass between the mountains, but the King's man Valder has hired a brave band of adventurers to uncover an artifact in the swamps in the murky southwest of Soperon. It's a party battle. A powerful undead guardian named Varathos the Destroyer. Clues in the name. Deep beneath the troll-infested rotting moors, things are not going well, surprisingly. A change in tactics is essential if they are to survive, Stephen, if you're watching.
If anybody's listening.
Tune in on Friday as the battle continues.
You thought his name was Ian.
I thought his name was Ian. Lovely. Okay, on Tuesday we've got our Shadow Dark game against the Crimson Queen, and it continues on Tuesday, March 25th. While infiltrating Stoneholm, the party encountered a goblin patrol, and though they dispatched the goblins themselves with relative ease, an errant explosive proved devastating for our heroes. Lantana's Raven familiar was reduced to ashes. I should have read this before. Orson lies dying, and time is quickly running out. Sounds like it is. Somebody should heal the enemies. Thursday, Heirs to the Hand with GM Craig, who's playing Andira, returns, and the party has cleared the deck of an abandoned, decrepit spelljammer left adrift in wild space and found a treasure cache, I think it is, still intact below decks. Now they set their sights once more on the journey to the edge of the wild space sector, and the astral sea beyond. Craig, are you looking forward to this one?
I'm always looking forward to Heirs. You know, we're doing ship travel in space between planets, and we're kind of just like starting off this like rather lengthy journey from, like, if you want to think of the wild space sectors as like solar systems, we're like moving from one to another that is not a short distance away, and so I'm excited for some extended stay on the ship, so to speak.
Aren't we heading to a sector that contains a potential, returning stream as well?
Yeah, thanks so much.
Absolutely.
Sora for the sub. We appreciate you.
Hey,
you
thank you
can
for that.
give one of our players inspiration. We all have inspiration, so I do believe it goes into the inspiration pool. Isn't that right?
The bucket. There's 2 in the bucket now.
Is there 2 in the bucket? Where's the bucket?
Just for you guys and for everyone else in the chat, Sword Sora is one of the most awesome Irishmen I've ever met in my whole entire life. He is an absolute legend.
Okay, great.
Welcome
to the stream.
Thank you very much. Welcome along.
Okay.
All right. Moving on. Then that's Thursday, so we're not going to do Friday, which is me again. Huge shout out to the amazing Kate, who is our technomancer tonight. Kate has created all the overlays you see in the Emerald Collective and is the wizard behind the curtains of ones and zeros. And honest to God, has been struggling all day, battling the tech gremlins and armies of them. And I appreciate you, Kate, for getting us on the air. And I think, look, everything is looking, well, cross our fingers, looking good so far. Big thanks and much love to our wonderful Twitch mods. They're out there somewhere with the Banhammers. And again, Kate, thanks for the maps. Kate does awesome maps, so you can find her as It's a Map IRE on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and give her a follow, and she's open for commissions. All the music, that lovely spa music that's trying to calm me down after a day of stress, and is kind of working. You can get that from Tabletop Audio, and it's up in the jukebox. And finally, what do those shields and numbers on your fancy Twitch overlays mean, I hear you ask? Said nobody. Well, you can use your channel points to bestow boons upon players and the GM. I'm the GM. A boon grants a 1d4 to attack rolls and ability checks. If you sub to our channel or gift a sub to another, just like Sword Sora did, you can offer inspiration to a player or the GM. And if they all have them, it goes into the bucket. Inspiration allows the reroll of an attack roll or ability check, but not death saves. And please remember to state in chat, who shall receive your boon or inspiration? And with all that out of the way, let's meet our heroes. First up, let's go with Ryan.
Hi guys, as you've been introduced to me already, I am Deranged Rhino. I play a variety of different games with the hopes of this year to hit partner on Twitch.
Yeah.
But over here on the D&D side of things, when I'm not playing in Dave's other game and Dave's other game and everyone else's other games and the podcast, I'm here with this group of complete reprobates. Yes, I'm looking at you, Tom.
Hey!
And we kick ass, and this evening I particularly will be kicking ass with my own homebrewed subclass of wizard,
Which will hopefully be published sometime soon.
Well, when we get to the end, when
Okay.
we get to the end, and I've worked it all out properly with you,
Okay.
then yeah,
Okay,
I'll probably publish it. But yeah, so I'm playing Phoenix Valley. He's the fairy wizard of the Fey realm, and he has a few little friends. He has a little mushroom called Moo. He has some badgers that come by from time to time. You'll probably see a few of those tonight.
Oh, the fucking badgers! I forgot about those. Lovely. Okay. We must just go with Craig next. Tell us a little bit
It's
about
not
you.
very little, Craig. Thank you.
Craig, tell us
Hi,
a little bit
everyone.
about you, who you are, your band, and who you're playing.
Yeah, so,
N-E-D.
But yeah, hi everyone. My name is Craig, and tonight I'll be playing Andira Othanar, a Shedarkai Hexblade Warlock in service to the Raven Queen. And I'm really excited to catch up with our buddy Shazasthar. I see his name in the episode title there, and it's been a long time coming. But yeah, when I'm not here on stream with either this game or Heirs to the Hand, I am kind of all over the place this year with my band Mice on the Hurricane. We are about to release a new album. We've released 2 of the singles on Spotify already, and we're really happy with the reception they're getting, and we're just about to launch into a tour across both the Americas and maybe into South America a little bit later in the year. Not so much across the pond as I was last year, but that'll be next year's plans.
2026 for the UK and Ireland and Europe.
You suck.
Yeah, I
Get
know.
off the stage!
But the band's really good despite how much I suck. So yeah, if you're looking for new music to check out, you can find us wherever you stream your music.
Sweet. And who are you playing tonight? Did you say that already?
I did, yeah.
You
I
did?
love
Excellent,
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Craig, let's go with Rep. Rep, you're up next.
Hello and welcome all. I am Reprobate Gamer. You can call me Rep. You will see me all around the spaces on all the socials with that tag, except on Twitch, where I'm not currently doing anything other than here. Hi, how you doing? For this game, I am playing our Minotaur Ranger Torvig. Very concerned about the mental health of the party he's with, and thinks the only way to deal with this is to deal with that no good for nothing who runs this dungeon. Like Andira, he's looking forward to this showdown as well.
Oof. I feel like Shazasthar has been nothing but fair with you guys. And he's just,
I think
he's
he's
Good
been an
for nothing sounds a
absolute
bit
git-face
harsh.
the entire way through. But,
You
know,
He's
broke
been
into
nothing
his
but
house.
a coward. This
he
whole
let
time.
us in. He
You broke it.
definitely let us in.
No,
so
you broke in.
Basically invited us in the building.
He's invited us
Basically, that
in.
doesn't look. If you were
Welcoming
vampires,
arms.
you would not be able to get in here. So there was no invite.
Fortunately
if
for
we were
us.
vampires, he invited us in as well. So,
All right. Let's move
Actually,
on.
he very clearly a few times went, "Come and find me in my place." So he
Yeah.
did invite us in fact.
Talk
But
to
did
Big
not
Game
what he said,
about
come
it.
and
I
find
don't
me in
remember
my
it. I
place.
don't remember
But
saying
did he outright say, you can come in this doorway?
No,
I
but
mean,
that's
if we had to,
no,
he'd
it's
have
a-
Do you
invited
know
us,
what we
let us
should
in.
do?
He
We should
wanted
talk
us
to
in.
Margaret Kanan, who was there. If only
No.
she was still alive.
only.
Paddy. Let's move on to Paddy. Paddy, why don't you tell us a little about who you are and who you're playing?
Because we don't know.
I'm Paddy, and yeah, I'm not really on any source of written, except you will find me here on Ember Collective quite frequently. I'm playing a few games. Tonight, I am playing the stout halfling, true and true fighter, captain in exile, Phelim Fontaine, and he is looking to teaching Shazasthar what happens when you kill one of Phelim's friends.
Who'd you kill?
Well, I'll keep that under my hat. Wink,
Oh,
wink.
So to
love
speak.
your work. And last but not least, Keith. And I don't forget you, Carrick. I haven't forgotten you, but I'm going to introduce you as the guest player. So
Hello.
second last but not least.
I'm a
My
guest
name
player.
is Keith, and I think myself and Paddy are like morphing into the same person. I'm gonna dress.
yeah.
Up, I'm gonna dress up as Paddy for Halloween. It's the glasses, the long hair, the beard. I will definitely do some sort of a double act at some stage, Paddy. I also play games here on the Emerald Collective, and I also actually run games in the real world in a little castle here in the Midlands of Ireland. We have a game coming up soon. I think it's the 4th of May. And
May the 4th.
May the 4th,
Be
yes.
with you.
If you want to get involved, come and find us on where are we? I think Instagram's probably the best place. D&D era, D+D _EIRE or something to that effect. Or just jump into Discords. Anyone in the Emerald Collective will direct you towards us.
Well, tickets
Tickets
what we'll
not
do. We'll,
on sale yet. Tickets.
we'll throw up a link to the D&D era Discord and have it pop up in our Twitch chat for the next few
Yes,
weeks.
I will do those things if I can figure out how the internet.
No, we'll do it for you.
Oh,
if you want to give us the Discord, the invite to the Discord, we can throw it into our Twitch chat for the next few games and direct people
Fantastic.
over,
Yes,
over
I'll
there.
do that.
Hopefully, some people will come your way.
That will be fun. A lot of Emerald Collective people come and join us. Dave has DM'd at every single one, Dave.
And apparently
I
my
think I missed
co-workers, which
one.
was a strange crossover that
Or
I found out happened.
Did I miss one and then it got cancelled?
I think you missed the
I was gonna miss one. Yes, I missed the cancel one. As did
Right.
everyone else, so that's all right.
No one else was there.
No, that's all right.
What did you say?
I said apparently my co-workers as well, which was a weird crossover that I didn't realize. The guy I work with called Josh was there, and I was like, "What?"
Small but
I
good.
remember Josh too. Do you remember Josh? You guys remember Josh? Oh my God, Josh, that guy. Oh.
He might be in chat somewhere. He's been popping up on Dave's stream specifically.
Is he that guy that told you about this bollocks called Carrick that he knew from somewhere or nothing?
He did warn us, but we didn't stay away.
He didn't because he didn't know me at the time.
All right, Keith, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Nira, the Tabaxi monk, who is not concerned about his friend who has a silver glass or a glass sphere under his hat.
Also,
Should
he's
be,
gone a
but,
bit
you know.
rullier.
Is what?
He's gone a bit rullier.
He is a little bit, but it's okay.
More than a little.
A little bit rullier. And for our non-Irish people, rullier is a little bit. It's a shortened version of Rulia Bulia, which is Rerog is Rulia Bulia, which is chaos. He's gone a bit chaotic.
Definitely gone a little Rulia.
Yeah.
See, I don't think he's going to come back and be normal. Being Rulia is just way too much fun, so he's going
Isn't
to be
it?
Unrulia.
Unrulia. Love it. We got to get that on a t-shirt. Thank you very much, Keith. And last but not least, our guest player tonight, who is playing. Why don't you tell us, Carrick, who you are? Tell us a bit about your stream and how awesome it was last
Who
Tuesday,
are you?
and who you're playing.
Yeah, so I'm Carrick. I'm the stream GM for Arcane Adventures in Andromedus and all the adjacent one-shots that are also separate Arcane Adventures in Andromedus usually. So, yeah, my stream was pretty entertaining last time. My players actually role-played unprompted. It was awesome. They just started having a deep heart-to-heart moment, and I was like, oh, that's great. I'm gonna have to kill you guys because you like each other now. So that's that happened. No, we had a great stream last session after killing a bunch of goblins and realizing that all the distrust amongst the party is kind of probably fucking them over a bit. They had a bit of a lay it all out chat for some of them anyways. Some characters kind of just, made obscure jokes, but we'll get them to open up eventually, maybe. And yeah, I play Sir Agar, who is a gear-forged paladin, formerly human. He basically came to this island to fuck up a vampire with his party, and he's the only survivor, sort of. I don't know if you can call being, soul trapped and shoved in a machine a survivor, but he is. He's a paladin to a dead god called Varen that he has yet to realize is dead, because nobody has told him, and I am very excited to see what happens when he finds out.
Yeah, something might change with your character sheet as well if that happens.
Yes.
Okay, listen, thanks very much, everyone. I think we'll go ahead and do a quick recap. So, having fled the world of Hithar in a strange craft hidden in the mountains, an undead army hot on their heels, our heroes arrived in the Radiant Citadel in the deep ethereal, refuge for the displaced and lost. While they were immediately welcomed by the community, one of the ruling council, the wizard Nob, ascertained that the son of the Graven King, a powerful entity at the head of that massive army of the dead, had attached some sort of scrying focus to their escape craft, thus granting him the ability to locate the citadel in the ethereal, and this was not a good thing. Agreeing to make the trip, and I've forgotten to include this in all previous 22 episodes, agreeing to make the trip to the island of Garthas for money, the supposed birthplace of the son of the... She will be paid for this. Supposed birthplace of the son of the Graven King. The party have been tasked with retrieving any and all information pertaining to the source of his power and returning to the Radiant Citadel so the council can form a plan to defend their home. Arriving on the island of Garthas, the party attracted the attention of the aforementioned Shazasthar, one of several malevolent entities left in place by the son of the Graven King to protect any traces of his past. While battling his undead minions on a bridge in an attempt to seek out his lair, the volcano at the center of the island erupted, covering the surrounding lands in a thick layer of black and grey cloud, and completely obscuring the sun. What better environment could sunlight-sensitive undead ask for? Having finally found their way to the lair of Shazasthar, the party had passed through his entrance hall and into the first level of his dungeon in order to defeat him. We learned something about the origins of the Graven King. Something slipped out there. No, it's not. Don't worry about it. It was actually just a word salad. After dealing with a spectral creature known only as a shopkeeper who seemed to be at odds with Shazasthar himself, they still hate him. The party managed to convince his strange servant to part with his help, the Gearforged Agar, who didn't seem to know much about itself or where it came from. And a good thing too was when they entered the next chamber, they were confronted by none other than the Watcher, a monstrous beholder guarding the way down to Shazasthar's personal chambers. The battle was fierce, and our Shadakai Warlock had lost her battle against the creature's petrification magic and was turned to stone. Despite the Ranger desperate, the Ranger Torvig returned to the shopkeeper and made a deal, sacrificing their powerful artifact, the Coin of Fate, bad move, in order to ensure Andira's restoration. Now, a battle ensued with Shazasthar's favorite pet, a rickety old Gorgon. The party traveled through a wondrous garden that was home to several statue-like scenes depicting the formative moments of the son of the Graven King. But now the door at the end of the garden is open and the party stare into a short corridor with a perfectly still pool. So, will Phelim tell the party that he's accepted Margaret Kanan back with open feet?
Definitely he won't, no.
Are they truly prepared to take on Archmage Shazasthar Radolf? And what information does Shazasthar have on the rest of the son of the Graven King's disciples? There's only one way to find out. And I know Carrick just missed that. Let's play some D&D.
Let's go.
Oh, no, I did not miss that. I heard that.
Okay. Look at Moo. You probably sent Moo into the water, you motherfucker.
I put him in the front because I thought you might want to show the viewers because everyone was asking about him.
Have you sent him into the water?
No.
All I'm saying
so you can show the viewers.
All I'm saying is Shazasthar better fuck off on a real long walk now in a second.
Here's Moo.
Moo.
And he's not actually a mushroom person because that's his hat.
Yeah, he's a mushroom person, but
he's bald.
That's his hat, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what's going on with the screen? There you go.
No, I'm gonna move Moo back here. As you look through this open door, you can see a large 5, 10, 15, 25 by 25 pool that is recessed into this magnificent looking marble floor. There is no sound in this room. The water doesn't move. It's perfectly still. There's no lapping of waves or current against these mosaic tiles. Steps move down into the depth of this pool. It looks to be about maybe 10 or 15 feet deep. You can see at the bottom this several mosaic patterns, but it will take closer inspection to determine what they are and what they look like. What would you like to do?
Well, you know what Nira's gonna do?
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. No?
I've never noticed a backseat to want to go in the water.
I know, right?
Oh, that's right, yeah. I think you go to the edge of the water and like get down on all fours and
just start hissing at it.
You can lick it.
Exactly.
You
Do that thing where it's
You
like
could lick it.
You could lick it. How thirsty isn't
Fine.
he? No one's telling. Now listen, there'll be consequences. No one's telling you.
Near's gonna go down and do that cat thing where he's like hits the water with his paw.
Never trust Dave Water.
Can I?
He always does weird things, like gives you extra arms and shit.
Hold on,
I've learned this.
I just need to go over to my notes here.
Nira cares not for consequences.
Where did it go?
Nira
Great
cares.
as my
Frequent.
fucking obsidian would open for this game.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
Nira gets down and pats the
here we
water.
go.
Looks at it first and then pats it, Dave.
Okay, so you've technically, by patting it, you've technically entered the water, so I need a DC... I need a DC... Oh, 15 intelligence check, please. Save.
Oh, that's my -1.
Oh, no.
4!
So let's use an inspiration. You feel your vision swims for a split second before you either use your inspiration or you don't. And you can see yourself now almost in a different chamber.
I'm not using my inspiration.
Okay, everyone sees Nira splash the water and disappear. Nira,
Every time.
one second now as I move. Where's the fucking thing? Oh, there's the room.
Ooh.
Okay. Nira,
Here.
I'm gonna shift see this bad boy.
Oh no.
Nira, you find yourself this fizzling of arcane energy now as your paw touches the water, and it's almost like you get a static shock off the water and you are just teleported into this room. And you can see now this stitched up humanoid creature. It's 8 foot tall and it's massive biceps and pecs, and it looks like its whole head has been pulled off very, very roughly, and then just sort of stapled back on. It's sort of slumped down in the corner like that, and as soon as you appear, it's kind of pop. It kind of. Thank you for feeding me. He looks up, and I need you to roll initiative.
Probably fine.
It'll be fine. He got this. We were good.
I think it's going to be okay.
I think
17.09 for the flesh golem.
Nira is literally the personification of curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, I think so. Nira, do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna change the music, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one round here, and we're gonna do one round over there. And I trust you guys not to metagame.
That was your first mistake.
First mistake.
So whose gold is on Nira and whose gold is on the thing?
Okay, as this thing stands up now, you can see its hand slips off the wall and kind of lands back on its arse again. It kind of stands up and just pushes itself up now, and you can see it looks hungry. Its muscles are they don't look like they're ever going to wear out, and you get the sense now that this is hey Morgan, thanks for coming in, mate. Great to see you. You get the sense that this thing is hungry, but not for a hunger that will sustain its flesh. Its flesh has just been created, and this strength will live on forever. But there is a hunger that it needs to eat you. Nira, what are you going to do? Your first round.
Is this thing like categorically like this thing is definitely coming to fight me?
It's going no. You can refuse to fight it, and it will eat you. It's coming to eat you.
Right, Nira is going to
So
run.
if you resist, it will have to fight you.
Right, okay, I will attack.
Okay,
Attack!
that's a bit harsh, but okay.
Nira is going to run, jump, and do some
Don't monk shit.
kind of like dope cat monk shit. Yes, with some like spinning kicks and whatnot.
Okay.
Sounds like an appropriate thing to do.
It's gonna jump on him, then rake those back legs. Ah!
Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna do a cat's claws attack there. Oh, that's a sweet 10.
That's a sweet 10 to hit. I do believe his AC is 9. Let me double check that. His AC is 9, Nira, so that's a hit. What did you roll? What was the roll for that? You rolled a 2, Nira. You're ready to God, you can take care of this by yourself. But I would like you to move the token over within range, please.
Oh yes.
That's
sorry.
okay. So our viewers can see this.
Yeah, Nira getting straight in there with a kick I'm going to use a key point to do some flurry of blows
Okay.
as bonus actions.
Flurry of toe beans.
Is the flurry of toes really like a spinning Ryu kick? That's a
Nice.
natural 20.
Oh.
Holy
14
shit balls.
damage on the second blow. That is a 17 for 9 damage.
Okay,
so
these
you're
are considered
rolling the-
magical attacks, right?
Yes, my claws are magic.
Okay.
I think Nira's gonna land there. And
So what's the total damage? 17 plus, sorry, 9 plus 14 is 23, plus 7 is 30?
30 damage, yeah.
Jesus.
How's
Suffering.
this thing looking? I think like Nira's claws are getting like caught in the threads that are holding this thing together.
Yeah, and I think you're unraveling the hard work done by whoever created this thing. It looks hurt, Nira. You've done, I'd say, I would consider it officially hurt.
Okay, well let's.
Like there is visible damage there. You
Are
feel
we
good
going to roll
about
on
this.
the critical hit table?
Oh yeah, let's roll on the critical hit. Thank you very much, Ray. The D100, please.
Let's do that.
Higher the better.
74.
74. This is good. This is good for you. Your attack knocks your target over. Oh, that would have been great in the first one. Your target is knocked prone, so I'll give him a little oopsie.
Well, he gets the third attack at advantage then, because that was the second attack.
Oh, he
that
does.
hit.
You want to fish for the crit?
Also, there should be a fourth attack because you have extra attack at 5.
Oh, well, I haven't started my second round of attacks.
Holy Jesus, and help us! So that's 17. Let's fish for the whoa for the crit.
Whoa!
There should be no fishing if you don't know where it is. That would be
That
great.
doesn't count because it was advantage.
Okay. Okay, go. So we're on to your second attack now, is it? You're gonna use your extra attack.
Yes, we are.
Sweet baby Jesus. Chat, how is the music? Is it too loud? Is it okay? Queen Anya, welcome in. First time chat. You are very welcome along to the Emerald Collective. We one of our characters, Tabaxi Monk, who is kind of a cat person, has just a curiosity. He's almost about to kill the cat as they touched some magical water and he got teleported into a doorless room with a
Back in the name of Kefra's going, I told you not to trust the water.
It will be okay. It will be okay. We swear.
They never listen.
Okay, cool. Go for your second attack. Your extra attack.
Cat's claws again.
Mm-hmm.
15 for 10 damage, and I think Nira.
Great fish.
Oh yeah, because he is. Yes, of course. He is prone at the moment.
Just do this on the ground, so I won't turn advantage on. I will roll.
So essentially, what's happening here is he has slipped in his own blood. You made him bleed his own blood.
So that was not a crit, so you can ignore that. So
Not a crit. Holy shit! Thank you very much. 470 followers.
amazing.
Holy shit! Thank you so much.
Thank you,
for
Jack.
the follow.
Go.
Was that Queen Anya?
Yes.
I'm rolling
No,
back.
Thank
it was,
you, Queen
Vane
Anya.
Light.
It was not. It was Vane Light.
Vane
Vane
Light.
Light.
Was it? Sorry.
Thank you, Vane.
Thank you, Vane Light. Thank you also, Queen Anya, because we wouldn't have hit the follower goal if it were not for you as well.
Thank you.
So how much damage on the second attacks?
Second attack's half and happens, so that's 23 for 11. 21 for 10, so that's 31 damage on the second.
How did you do? Did you do another round of key points?
Yes, it did.
Spend them all before you meet Shazasthar. I love this. So 31.
31 in the second round, yeah.
Okay, you can see now this creature is officially bloodied now, and it drops to one knee. Well, it's actually sitting on its arse, so it slips down and lands completely prone on its back. Blood everywhere, but you can smell it's rotten blood. It's fetid blood because there is no blood pumping around its veins, but whatever bits were stitched into this still contain blood. And now it's not pumping out, it's just leaking out.
Congealed.
Very, very congealed, and it's thick. It's almost like jelly. It's almost like blood jelly, which is my favorite Cannibal Corpse album. Anyway, is that it for Nira?
I think at this stage, Nira is now like leaning against the wall and wheezing.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be with you now. I'll be with you in one round. Yeah.
One more second. I'll just give you
Yeah.
bread. And then that's Nira's. I'm okay. I'm fine.
Okay, I love it, I love it, I love it.
Nira just went in full E Honda, just fucking slap.
Yeah, okay, cool. So the Flash Golem is going to use its half its movement to stand up. It's going to make 2 slam attacks. First one coming at you like Cleopatra with a +7 to hit. That is a 22 to hit.
Yes.
That's 18 points of damage. How are we feeling about that? Oh, hold on. Do you know what? Let's keep that in the back pocket. Whenever the golem starts a turn with 40 hit points or fewer, roll a d6. On a 6, the golem goes berserk. On each of its turns while the berserk, so while berserk, the golem attacks the nearest creature it can see. If no creature is near enough to move, the golem attacks an object with preference for an object smaller than itself. Once the golem goes berserk, it continues to do so until it's destroyed or regains all its hit points. The golem's creator, if within 60 feet, can try to calm it, like Bill Bailey at the start of Black Books. Can try and calm it by speaking firmly and persuasively. The golem must be able to hear it. No, it's just going to go berserk. So that's right. Would you like to roll me d6 and see if it goes berserk, please?
Oh, sure. That is 6.
Ooh! Oh, I love your work. So what happens when it goes berserk? It's going to attack you. That's kind of disappointing. Okay, well, yeah. So the first one, okay, that was a real anticlimax. First one is 18 points of damage. How are you feeling about that? Down to 40 from 55. Let's do a second one. 2 slam attacks. Zip zap skibbity bap coming at you like Cleopatra. 11 to hit.
No, doesn't.
What's your AC?
18.
18. I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll that attack. Here comes another slam attack. That's a 19 to hit for 12 bludgeoning. How do we feel about that, Nira?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you two in our Twitch chat would like to help people or me use inspirations, all you need to do is gift a sub or sub yourself, and you'll give somebody inspiration, which is a reroll of a D20 or attack roll or something like that. But don't worry about that. If you don't want to gift subs or purchase subs, you can use your channel points to gift boons, which will give people a 1d4 bless. And you can see our boon counters there, which is our amazing tech. The mistress behind me is doing that. Flesh Golem, that is it for its round, I think. Immutable form, magic resistance, magic weapons, aversion. Okay.
The builds max out with 3 people as well.
They do max out at 3. Nira, oh Jesus, you're 10 from 55. This is fucking crap. If you die here alone, Nira, you die. Okay, actually, do you know what that was around? What we're gonna do? Let's change the music. Back to Solemn Vow and get rid of Cry Havoc.
Keith, just to note, you got 1d4 healing for the use of bits.
Keith, who gave Keith 1d4?
Who do you think?
I know it wasn't my wife. I know it wasn't my wife.
Definitely was.
Who's sitting behind me?
For sure it was.
That's a 1.
Okay. And Dira, you see Nira just slapping the pool. This will be all right. Gone. You can see their eyes kind of roll back up in their head. This is definitely some sort of psychic thing has happened here.
Jeez.
So they're still there? Or...
No, they're gone.
Oh, okay.
That disappeared. Yeah. Okay. I think.
You next.
Yeah. Andy is gonna take a quick look around, kind of the perimeter of the water. Is there any indication, anything on the walls or those patterns at the bottom of the pool?
Yeah, would you like to make a perception check then?
I'd love to try.
We can examine the bottom of the pool. This will be your action.
Okay, not great. Let's see what we got.
Be okay. Look at that, 21.
It's a 21.
You can see now that there is some sort of algae and a little bit of dirt at the bottom. The water itself is pristine. But you can see now that the mosaic is it's made up with like beautiful blue, purple, yellow, white, and black tiny tiles, and it is a mosaic scene of somebody looks like they're stitching some sort of giant creature together. Not exactly what you would put in a spa if you were to set one up,
not.
but I mean it certainly draws the eye.
I think against her better judgment, she's looking for like some sort of explanation as to like what just happened to Nira, and not like gleaning a bit of insight from the bottom of the pool is great, but she doesn't see anything immediately helpful, so she just kind of sighs and drops down to a knee, puts a hand in the water and sees what happens.
Okay, and Dira, can I get an intelligence save, please? I do believe that DC was 15, was it? I think so. Back into my,
That's a natural one for a 2.
So, and Dira, let me just move you over here. Don't see anything. And again, everyone sees Andira disappear. And Andira, let's just change the music again. I wish I had a hotkey to do this. Andira, you see now Nira on one furry knee, this huge flesh golem standing, just rearing above Nira. You can see the 2 hands now. This classic 1970s hand-to-hand combat thing where the 2 hands go up like that. Whoa! Nobody does anymore because it's bullshit. And he's about to just crunch him on the top of the head. I'm going to add you to the turn order. If you beat Nira, so just give us an old initiative roll there. Let's see what you do.
Sure thing.
Okay.
That's a 10.
You're going to be last. So, Nira, we're up there. What would you like to do? You are feeling funky right now.
Yes, very funky. I think Nira is going to. I think Nira's going to pull out this vicious short sword and take a swipe at this guy.
Oh shit! Okay, out comes the vicious short sword. Let's go.
No.
It's not. You haven't stolen that from Paddy, have you? From Phelim.
No, I don't think so.
11.
No, and Dira gave it to Nira
Okay,
like
cool.
many sessions ago.
11 is still a hit.
And that is 10 points of damage.
Okay, so it's resistant to. It's immune to non-magical damage. It's.
Would a vicious weapon count as magical? It's adamantine.
That's fair.
Excellent.
Let's see if it has a magical bonus. So it's got 25, 3, so 3, 5. It's not magical, unfortunately. It is immune to that damage.
Not all weapons that are magical have a +1 though, because like a moon touch sword counts as a magical sword, and that's not. A +1
hold on, lads, hold on. Let me just copy and paste this in. It is an adamantine weapon, so you're good to go, my friend.
Oh, well, that's great. So that's 10 piercing damage.
Okay, as you draw, so you are extremely worried now as you're down to one knee. Its blood and your blood are just, your fur is matted and thick with this stuff now. As you drop down, less sure of yourself now as you just reach around. Where was the blade that I haven't used in fucking ages? Shit, here it is. And you grab it out and just swing now. It goes almost behind the creature's head and enters the back of the neck, and it kind of just goes. And you can see its hands kind of reach up now and grab this thing. Its 2 eyes are like gone sort of cross-eyed, trying to look in the back of its head. It's making this kind of moaning noise. And it is not happy. Would you like to make another attack?
I would love to do that. Thank you very kindly. That's 25
for 8. Jesus. Okay. Second attack, you reef it out, but not before you twist it on the way out. And you hear something heavy and clunky just fall out of the back of the neck and just go. Almost like a piece of the spinal column or something like that.
Vertebrae.
Still going. It's still going. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think I could definitely use some flurry of blows, because I think it's about time for me to not die.
Oh God! Listen, like if you fuck this up, you could die here.
Well, Andira's just appeared, so that's not too bad. But yes, regardless, throw it on the ground.
That's an Andira problem
You
now.
still could die though, before
Yeah.
she does anything.
Yeah, Andira's a Raven Queen supporter. You really
Andira's a
think?
Raven Queen Warlock. She's like, it's your time. It's your time, brother.
It's gonna be.
Sorry,
It's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be beautiful.
We just absorb you, she'll let you in, it's all fine.
Oof. What did you say this thing's hit points were?
I didn't.
AC?
Its AC is 9.
Yeah,
But
not
9
one
is a
time
not
anyways.
1, unfortunately. So a not 1 is a not 1. It's just not
Right.
fun. So okay. So first attack is -8.
So 11 on the first attack.
It's 8 on the first attack.
No, that was the.
Oh shit. Okay. So let me
So,
just.
cancel on this.
Okay. Let me go +8.
And then
Okay. So we're 11 on the first attack.
yeah, and then a natural 1 on the second one.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, can I get a Oh shit, this is gonna be bad, Nira. Can I get a D100 for the crit fumble?
Don't roll high on this one because you might fall and break your head.
Hey.
Oh no! I think that's when you fall into crazy
Why
damage.
did you have to somebody clip this?
And this
So
is
for a
why
heart
Keith
attack
was
and
the
dying.
most screwed over during Call of Cthulhu as well, because he always rolled high.
Okay, here we go. You lose.
Oh, this is the worst thing ever.
Nira, shit, we're going to do new character art. Nira, you lose your footing while attacking and slam your head into the ground. You fall prone, take 3d6 points of damage, and become unconscious for 1 minute. Or until you receive damage from any source. But it doesn't matter because there's no better form of unconsciousness than death saves. So can you roll 3d6 me, please? If it's over 11, you're into death saves.
This exact roll.
And I'm not going to lie to you, this thing, because it's still
Oh man.
9.
don't forget that this thing is berserk, so it is going to go for you. It's going to go for the nearest thing in front of it, and it will attack with no mercy. And Nira, you're at 2 from 55.
How many attacks does it have?
It has 2, and it has advantage. Now you are prone, so hold on. Is there a save for? Are you unconscious? No, you are unconscious, so you are prone. So look, at least
1d4 healing.
at
You
least
feel the pain.
1d4 healing. 1d4 healing.
You're unconscious. You're
1d4
unconscious.
healing. I think we ruled if you're at 0 hit points.
But he's not at 0, he's on 2.
Yeah, so you can get the healing, but it won't bring you out from unconsciousness. You'll still be prone. Yeah. Well, that's out. Look, people can drop the old 100 bits if they want to. Stop spending.
Your mortgage payment can drop to 100 bits.
Do I roll the 1d4 now?
Yeah.
I think you should.
Remember, you can only get 2d4 in a round.
So you're up to 5 now. This might make the difference. It won't. Okay, so the flash golem looms over you now, and Dira, as you in, you can see Nira fighting for their life, just swinging and swinging with this short sword until the last attack. They go to just pull it out. I thought the health bar of Nira was the golems. Oh boy, indeed, discarded death. Thanks for joining us. You're welcome in. Things are. Oh, actually, yeah, there is no health bar for the. I will say the flesh golem's at 3 out of 93, so I mean this is fair. It's close, in case anyone was wondering. But yeah, so as you go to rinse this out, and you drag the sword out, Andira, you see now this blade just slip, and it just cuts across Nira's neck before they catch it again, and the blood begins to just fall, and they just from
Hey, hype train!
Sadly, Ryan,
hype
that doesn't count.
Ryan, that doesn't count.
We said that the boons and the inspos don't count. We never said anything about the
None of it
bits.
counts. No, it
Counts.
None of it counts.
Badly.
I think, but I will
Thank you
give
for putting
you.
the hype
I
train,
will,
though.
I will give you that free D1. I will give you that free D4 for any other game, though. I think that's fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just like type in that you get your own thing. Anyway, here comes the flesh golem. Now you see looming over Nira now. He's 2 hands clasped, slipping on its own congealed blood now. One eyeball hanging out of the socket as it makes a slam attack with advantage. That is a 14 to hit.
Unconscious, I think it just hits.
No, it has to pass the armor class.
What's your AC?
18.
I'm going to drop a boon on that if I get a 4.
That's evil.
My job. That's a 2. Okay, second attack. It's slipping on all the blood. Here we go. The second attack. It needs an 18. I got +7 on this, lads. Come on. 21 for 11 bludgeoning. So you are now minus 11. You're down to minus 6 hit points. Nira, as you are down the ground, you don't feel it. But and Dira, now you see this thing.
Thanks, right.
The 2 hands just stomp down now, and you can see Nira's skull and Nira's face. You don't. So it doesn't split the skin. It doesn't split the fur, but you see the face become slightly different as something beneath has cracked. Something beneath has just fractured, and you can see now that the eye is kind of leaning in there and there's a bit of bone poking out where the mouth should be.
Oh, not an orbital fracture. That's the worst.
That's exactly what
Oh
it is.
no.
And that is.
He'll be right. Fine,
it's
sorry.
going to use its movement.
Oh,
Go
no.
5, 10. Do you know what? It's not because it's berserk.
Kate wants to know why no one else in the other room gotta go.
No.
Oh, I think.
No.
No, we're going to do the whole round, and then everyone else gets to go.
Yeah.
I know, that's how I'm ruling it.
Rule 0.
Thems are the rules. And Dira, you're up.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, she doesn't have any way to immediately help Nira, but the rest, maybe we get someone else in here in time.
If somebody jumps in.
Yeah, that's a big if. But first things first, we got to take down this golem. With my bonus action, I'm going to cast a hex spell and just trace this kind of crude bird's foot kind of
Does that
sigil
come
in
out?
the air.
Is that a spell slot?
It is a spell slot.
I will give you the heads up that this thing, you can see it is on its last legs. And you know where you're headed.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, you do feel that it's probably important to save these things.
Okay. All right. Message her, DM.
Yeah.
In which case,
it is on its last legs.
Then we'll fire off 2 crackling beams of eldritch energy as I fire an eldritch blast.
Yeah.
15
is a
to
hit.
for 4.
That does it.
First beam.
What does the first beam look like when it kills this thing?
Seeing how damaged this thing's skull already is, and seeing the damage sustained to Nira as well, I think she feels this need to deliver that same pain. So she fires a beam straight into where that eye is hanging out of the socket, right into the back of the head, and it just blows out the back of the skull and falls over.
Lovely. Okay, I'm gonna stop the music here. And are you heading over to?
Oh yeah.
Are you heading over? And Dira, you kneel over Nira now, and you can see Nira's on their way. You've seen this many times, you being a warlock of the Raven Queen. And it's... What's your first instinct? Is it to save your friend? Or knowing full well what a beautiful journey that is, you gonna let them go?
I put myself by Nira's side and, I grab their kind of limp, responseless hand, and she worries. There's certainly a part of her that wishes for this to not be Nira's time, but if this is Nira's time to go, then they will go with someone that cares about them by their side, and she's happy to fulfill that role.
Does she have the power to save them? i.e. a potion of healing, or?
No, I don't have any potions of healing.
Okay.
Yeah, any of my spells that do any sort of healing just heal me. It doesn't heal others.
Okay. So, you hear a voice in your head. Familiar voice of this being that has called themselves the Raven Queen, and the voice you've heard all your life. And she asks you, if I asked you to give them to me, would you?
I would.
Okay, moving back over to the guys.
Jesus. Amazing.
Agar.
Yo.
Yeah, what are you doing? You're Agar just fucking bloop.
No, I will say he just falls he does this. Oh fuck's sake! And then just holds his hands and falls in.
Phoenix just flown over. I'll take the word. Can I get an intelligence saving throw?
Can I willingly fail it? No.
Would you like to willingly fail it?
I think Agar has figured out what's happened, seeing the monster.
Do you think he has? Okay.
He sees the monster on the end, and they vanish as soon as they get in. I think Agar has been in this dungeon long enough.
You feel this this sort of overwhelming psychic energy, almost like an electric shock, and it courses through your gear forged body now, and up through these plates, and you can feel some of the gears begin to until it goes in and scrambles your brain. Agar, I'm gonna move you over to the other map. On the same map, meet the same map, same as the old map. Agar, you land here, and you can see. Can
you shift ping, please?
Yeah,
I'm in the darkness.
I'm in the darkness.
Oh.
You hear the first thing you hear is
bats.
You hear Andira, just maybe that's in your mind. It's hard to know, but you can see Andira kneeling over Nira, who is bleeding out. We're gonna go to death saves in just 2 minutes. In fact, we're gonna go to death saves now. Because that's
but you said 2 minutes. You said 2 minutes.
2 minutes, 2 seconds. Okay, cool. So Agar, I'm going to give you a turn here. What would you like to do?
Well, Agar's going to immediately see Nira on the ground, and Nira like kind of knelt over, and he's going to be like, "Fuck's sake!" And he's going to walk over. And
solid keystone. Things are going well.
He is going to smack in
about as well as they were in they will be going on Friday. Sorry,
5 points to lay on hands.
5 points to lay on hands.
Start. Wake up.
Okay, Nira. Actually, I'm gonna go with Andira first. You get the start of another sentence begins in your mind. Presumably a continuation of that discussion. And then it's almost like Agar's whatever power fuels him and allows him to grant healing or whatever. It just seems to interfere. You almost get a static shock off him. And you can see Andira. You can see Nira. And Nira, you feel this almost like if you've at the risk of disclosing my earlier life lifestyle and habits, if you take too many class A's and you've fallen onto bed and you feel like you keep falling, that's a long time ago. I don't do that anymore. Kids, don't do drugs. That you feel you're about to fall through a pool, and it's almost like the lifeguard has just grabbed you and pulled you back up. You're like, there was something very appealing at the other end of that journey, and for a split second you did hear a familiar voice, one that you would want to go towards if they were calling you. And it's been a long time since you've heard that voice.
I think Nira would come up with a hiss.
But Agar did smack Nira awake with healing, so yeah, it's fair.
Oh, there was a smack.
It's like, get up.
Do you realize that my skull was caved in?
I didn't smack your skull, I smacked you in the shoulder.
More.
Happy slap. Happy slap.
Caved out.
Yes. I smacked it back into place.
Happy slap.
You hit the other side.
Wait, I maybe don't.
Nira comes up with a hiss, and I think looks like they're going to go for Andira and Agar for a heartbeat, and then kind of comes back, realizes where they are, and with the body of the flesh golem lying around, kind of gets very close back to it. And I think Andira might see Nira kind of giving her a longer and maybe wiser or more curious look than they might have before. And kind of turns around at all fours and kind of heads off over to a corner, which you've seen them do before when they get really fucked up. They kind of head off into their own and kind of sit down somewhere near a wall or into a corner in a little more cat than person form.
And literally licks the wounds.
If Dave will allow me, I have some stuff I can do to heal myself.
Absolutely, take the time you need, because this account is over. So I'm happy to move, unless there's anything else you'd like to do. So I will say that you got 5 lay on hands, so you're up to 5 now, right? Out of 55, which is still fucking Shitsville, Arizona. So
as Agar kind of waits for Nier to get up, he will kind of, he's not speaking like under his breath or anything when he goes, Varen has not permitted you to make that journey just yet. We have a fight to win.
Who the fuck is Varen? Why is he in charge of my stuff?
The god of travelers, passage, adventure, life and death, many domains.
Tell Varen to keep out of my fucking business, but I appreciate it.
The 5 points return to Agar. No. That's he just kind of stands there. Okay. And he's gonna look around the room, just be like, "How the fuck did
very
we get out of here?"
appreciative, by the way.
He's just still suspicious.
there is no way out of this room until you're beginning to talk amongst yourselves. Then you hear this. You can see now that this this flesh golem begins to this energy in black and blue and lightning energy just begins to course over it now.
I stab it.
I also stab it.
Yeah, just like...
Okay, it was about to explode. You just helped it explode.
fuck it.
Wonderful.
So can I get dexterity saving throws from everyone, please?
Nobody blows us up but us.
Exactly.
Nero, how did you get up to 29 hit points? Let's just find out how that happened first.
I have wholeness of body,
Okay.
which allows me to, as a
Not after that fight.
as an action, I can regain a 3 times my monk level hit points back.
Fuck.
Okay, cool. Holy shit, we've got nat ones on dexterity saving throws all over the
I
place.
am
What
going
the
to
fuck is
use
going on
my
here?
inspiration.
Okay, I would highly recommend it. The DC
Yeah,
is only
same.
10, okay? It's only 10. You can do it.
Mine.
Oh, sweet
It's a 4.
Jesus Christ, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, and dear, who wanted to stab Agar?
Both of us.
Okay.
We just walk over and just go, and then it goes boom.
Agar stabs it, and Andira, you can see it sparking and thing, and you just like nothing happens for a second. And you just slam the sword in just under Agar's blade, and it hits into something metal. You go, Agar, you see Andira looking at you, go, I got it, and then it just is like ball of electrical energy. It's like, and shit, everyone's gonna take 66 points of damage and save for half. Sorry, slash or 6.
Just a disembodied
6.
spirit, so we're here just goes.
This is lightning damage at 25. So 12 points for damage for everyone that made it, and it's 25 for those who fell. And Dear, you take 5 points of lightning damage.
I was using the
as
wrong
your
character sheet.
sword
That's
just clicks
that's
in,
bad, Agar.
hits whatever.
Wait, do I get a bonus to saves from your aura?
You do.
How much?
Let me check. I was in the wrong character sheet.
You need +6 on this.
It's not
Yeah.
that.
10. No, you have a boon though.
I do have a boon,
You
though.
get +3 from my aura.
You need
I'm gonna try a
You need a
boon.
3 on a boon.
3 and a boon.
Yeah,
That's a 4.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, so you're already gonna take it. Yeah, it's almost like Agar just swipes. She just kind of like this huge gear forward hand just kind of pushes you away. And so the blade just doesn't connect that fully with whatever the power source is, and there's a small explosion. And with that, you were all. Let me just get rid of the gear. The flesh golem, and you were all moved back to. I'm gonna.
Could I use my evasion on that?
You
yes.
can, yeah, you absolutely can.
So I just like to imagine that Agar,
it's an area effect of 20 feet.
I just like to imagine that Agar just like completely blocks near, so the explosion just goes out around Agar.
Okay.
He's just like the front plate of his armor, like his metallic face and everything is just burnt, and then it's just like.
Okay, so I'm going to clear that turn order. We're all clear. Anyone who wasn't involved in that, so what are you guys doing? They disappear for like seconds and they're back.
Problem solved.
I wanted to check out the door and see if there's any markings, words, anything. See if it's locked, that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, you can give me an investigation check then, please, Phoenix.
That would be
What happened to all of
22.
you? You seem a little.
The problem is solved.
Well, the
22. There is no trap in this door, but there is a sign that says storage straight ahead.
Is it illusionary?
Would you like to make an Arcana check?
I'll be 2 seconds.
Yep. Hey, lie down. Lie down.
That'll be a 17.
17. It is not illusory. It is. It was probably made. They obviously asked for a door. The intrusive impulse to jump back in the water. Yeah, I know, right? This door was created at the same time as this inscription.
Okay. I'm gonna fly back and say, Moo, open the door.
Oh, poor Moo.
Moo's
What
gonna
if there's
open the
no
door.
trap? It's gonna be fine.
Moo opens the door, and the door opens. You can see a very, very obvious tripwire. And it is an extremely even Moo can see this tripwire here.
How high is the tripwire?
It is Moo could walk under it.
Okay. I'm gonna send Moo that way.
Cool. Give me 1 second as I look up the details for this one.
That's happening.
He's just gonna get the end and look like a porcupine.
Balaam is tugging on the back of Torvik because he hasn't seen anything. He's so small and he's been behind Torvik the whole time. And he's just like, what's going on? It's taking so long.
Cool.
Not
As
entirely
Moo,
sure.
would you like
Nero
to
seems to be.
would you like to
phasing
move?
out dimensions.
Would you like to move Moo through the squares there to where you want Moo to be?
I'm not in the water, Kate, just so you know.
Okay.
Okay, Moo. As you move up to the tripwire, it moves down to meet you. Are you gonna still walk through?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So it moves down. Moo sees it, and Moo still walks through it, just to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bula. Moo sets off a glyph of warding.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Moo.
And it is. Can you just bring Moo back?
Yeah.
He's gonna take 5d8 acid damage. As
Hey, don't even bother rolling it. 1 point, he's gone.
yeah, Moo. But he melts though. Like the acid rains down upon him, and you can just see almost like almost like
Well,
that.
as he gets to the floor, then he just does that.
Well, it's more like the raccoon who's looking for the candy floss in the water.
Oh
And he
yeah, like trying to
he
pick
just-
it up.
and it just goes. Moo is gone. You can see now that trap has been triggered. I'm not gonna say disarmed.
Okay, I'm gonna move through, but slowly, like 5 feet by 5 feet by 5 feet kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for traps and triggers.
Okay, cool. So as you move through, so let's get an investigation check then, please.
Investigation is a 15.
15. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any traps or triggers in this room.
Any
It's
more
harder,
explosions
sorry.
while I was gone?
Yes, there was an glyph of warning with acid. Moo's
Was I in
gone.
range?
No, it was just Moo. Nobody
Oh,
cares
good,
about
no.
Moo.
No.
Moo didn't die, he just went home.
Agar has yet to meet Moo, so Agar has no affinity with this animal. He's like, why is there a mushroom?
Discarded Dev says the somber music is making this so tranquil. It's a lovely juxtaposition between like super chill spa music and murder. Murder's the B-side to super chill spa music. Phoenix Valley, what are we doing?
Checking this door again.
Checking this door. Would you like to roll another investigation? What are you checking for? Traps?
Traps, glyphs, arcane
Dave.
runes,
You're
anything.
just checking it for Dave.
Yeah, basically.
Roll for Dave.
13.
Do you know
Seems
what?
clear.
I'm gonna throw a boon on that
Okay.
because
That's fair. That's fair.
14.
14 seems clear. Seems safe.
I'm tempted to bring Moo back. I'm gonna back up and say, seems all clear.
Guys, hang on 1 second. I'll be back in 20 seconds. RP amongst yourself.
Count in.
Actually,
So
when,
Meg's looking over towards Nera going, you really probably should stop touching the water in this place. We know it's all bad.
I never saw any water here before, so I thought that was going to be fine.
We were nearly drowned by water. Just level up above.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well.
This is why Kefir is pressed against the wall, not going anywhere because of...
Just having a full-on panic attack in the corner.
It's all right. Everything's
It's
okay.
a strange time for a swim.
One eye is completely swollen.
I'd say you look... you've looked healthier than... Not your usual pristine self. Some of the fur is out of place.
You should see the other guy.
I'm not sure I want to. If I'm honest, I think I will.
I think there's bits of him still on Agar.
there are.
How did
Give
Agar
any
hear
idea
us
how
all
hard
the way
it
over
is
here?
to get gore out of gears. It's tough.
Agar is like a hairy scalp over the top.
Actually,
Oh, no.
speaking of Agar, he's going to turn to...
that, like,
He's going to turn to Andira and be like, I hope that didn't cause any problems with her.
Agar, no.
you're muted, Greg.
Agar probably know who she is, right?
He's just surprised.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to catch you.
yeah. I don't think Andy's very like secretive about where.
Yeah, I know.
her magic comes
He
from.
knows. He knows the
but
Shadow
no-
Car. He knows the Shadow Archive when he sees one, and you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, there's a type. No, I think Andura would kind of say, no, I mean, the way I see it, and bringing Nira back and showing up just at the right time when you did, it's just further proof that it's not their time yet.
I feel like I showed up maybe 6 or so seconds late. If I was there from the beginning, that probably wouldn't have happened.
Quick maths.
Perhaps.
I am literally a robot, Dave. Quick maths, makes sense.
This is true.
This is, yeah, I
The
am-
doorway ahead
Yeah.
seems clear, so feel free to go and open it.
All right, I'll
Was
take
that
this
The
one.
last
Didn't
time
you-
you asked me
Yeah,
to open
right.
the doorway,
Clown
you
makeup.
ended up covered in paint. I feel like I'm not going to do that.
In fairness, I didn't ask you to open the door. I asked you to disarm it.
Yeah, and I do not have that ability.
Okay,
But
let's move it on. Andira, you're at the door.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna try the door. Does it look like a push or a pull?
It looks like a push. It looks like a push. Would you just like to click the door icon
Don't
on
click
roll
them.
on roll 20 and see what
Don't
happens?
click
I don't want
Don't click
to. I
it.
don't want to.
Click it.
go, go, go.
Oh, it's
Hey.
horrifying. It's
Fucking
It's-
track
it's
it.
awful.
boxes
As you look in, you can
nets.
see now there is a what looks like each corner of this room, beautifully marbled floor, and these
Hey guys, look, it's Nigel.
these wonderfully intricate walls. This room is just a pile of junk strewn from floor to ceiling in every corner. There is a clear path from you to go north and to go east and then south. There looks like to be some sort of crossroads in this room, but no other doors except for the south. Chests and cages and bags and planks and old shields and swords and pieces of armor litter the room now, and you can see it's brightly lit by some sort of indiscernible light source. And Agar, as you walk up to the door, you can see more of the room.
Yes,
And
more room.
will look to Agar and say, like, are you getting that tingle? Anything
Sniff.
feeling off in here?
I don't have a nose. I can't sniff. I don't know how I got the fucking sense.
You
It's
just
like
So
a
you're doing
purplish
divine
pulse.
sense.
It's like
Yeah.
sonar. It's like sonar.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You're gonna drop a divine sense. There is nothing desecrated in here, and there are no undead fey fiends or fey fiends or undead.
The only thing that I ping is that
Lesser
thing.
fiend or
I
undead.
need to
Sorry.
turn around and point at Phoenix.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
he's here.
Phoenix.
I'm gonna fly in.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop something just silly out of my bag for a second on the floor. See if there's any reaction from the floor or the room.
Okay. Well, if there is, it's gonna happen to Andira and Agar as well at the same time. As you drop, I think what would you drop? You dropped
Just a rope or something. Yeah.
Welcome to Waterdeep magnet.
Yeah.
Out of your bag. Clank, 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 and nothing happens. Actually, do you know what? Something does happen. Your useless, worthless magnet just shoot, is drawn into the pot of junk in the southwest.
This southwest.
I'm gonna land, and I'm
Dave.
just.
Yep.
I'm a big metal thing.
Yeah. I mean, do you consider yourself to be junk?
No, but am I
Okay,
metallic?
cool. You're fine.
Okay, no.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down on the floor and get
Mhm.
my book out and just be like, "Give me 10 minutes, guys." And I'm just gonna sit
Okay.
there and start reading, and essentially I'm gonna cast detect magic ritually.
Okay, ritually. As you cast detect magic ritually, you guys have 10 minutes. I know, right? Yeah.
Not
But
fucking.
yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, Agar's like, he's pulled out well, you said there's like old weapons and stuff.
Oh, there's all sorts of shit. Actually, more importantly, Nira, as you look in, you can see what looks like there is a tall table, like what looks like a bar, like that you would like, you know, when you get the high stools and the tall tables, and it's just over here. I'm gonna shift ping, and there is what looks like a sort of an ebony black globe or sphere on it.
I'm not even looking because I'm looking in my book, and I just turn around, like I just say out loud, "Don't fucking touch anything."
Nira, if you were to go up to this thing, all you would have to do is go, and it would roll off the table.
Dave,
Right?
why have you put a sphere of annihilation in here with us?
No, that's fair.
I don't know.
Annihilation.
I'm just going to point out at this point that Nira is currently behind Kefra and Torvik, who are
It's a
both
sphere
blocking
of-
the doorway in.
It's a
Not
sphere of
anymore,
annoyance.
You're going to have to fight past both of us if you want to get in.
That's
Because we've just seen you disappear, so we're now stopping you getting in.
Okay.
Thanks to
For
Craig,
sure.
I have
No,
a fear
you're
of
not-
sphere
you're not gonna try and,
annihilation.
like sneak past.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that game.
You're going to have to actually roll if you want to get past us. We're going to stop
Rest in
you getting
peace, Giles. Rest
Yeah,
in peace,
I
Giles.
fully
Big time.
support that. It's about time someone started fucking putting some
Yep.
manners.
Okay, before that happens, Fail and Fontaine, you moved into the room, and you were. Let's go back to where you were here. You can see there's there's a bunch of nails on the floor as we move in there. Looks like they've fallen out of that piece of chest there. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Look askance at
There's definitely a mimic
book
in
or
here
reading the
somewhere. There
book.
has to be, right?
No, it's all mimics.
Yeah,
It's a room full of mimics. Phelan, in your mind, you hear the short sword again. I am reduced to being wielded by a garbage picker. If you do not live up to my power, I will once again take your life force. The fairy. Kill him now. Can I get a wisdom saving throw?
Oh.
DC for this is a 14.
There you go. You wouldn't be there. Don't move up while something's happening.
Yeah, thank you.
3.
3.
Can I use my inspiration?
You can't use
Oh
it.
yeah, no, sorry, I wasn't even thinking that. The radius would affect that. Yeah,
There we
sorry.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, 6.
You give in. And it's been a while, especially since your last comment about resisting the sword's nonsense in the last session. And you look around at Phoenix and you're struck by... You're not struck by, you're offended by the fact that you've had to deal with like traps on the floor, pits of acid, all this shit. And this motherfucker is flying around with wings. And now he's sitting on the floor now with his book out. And you're, fuck this guy. So, can I get, what's everyone's passive perception?
15.
17.
15. Agar, is that where you were?
12.
Yes.
Are you sure?
I moved to this square here, and then Tom's out
Okay,
and
that's
back
fine.
square. Yeah.
And Dira, so I need an 11 for this. Passive perception,
Okay.
11. You can see Phelim, anyone who beats passive perception, 11. You can see Phelim is poking around, and then all of a sudden there is a flash from that sword again. And he jerks sort of rigid, which is not that rigid for a halfling. And you can see the hand goes to the blade. I'm not going to take agency from you, but I think you know how you feel. If you want to try and resist this further, let's RP it. Let's see where we go.
Right.
There is no specific rule that says you can't. There is no specific rule that says you can.
Yeah, I think there has to be a bit of giving Evil the wisdom. So he's gonna kind of side eye Agar, and he's gonna move.
So I'm not saying that you need to draw the blade and kill him. You can but you do feel like you want to fuck him up a bit.
Move over beside him and let on like I'm just looking at what he's reading.
Can I cast Charm Person on him?
Torvik, did you make this?
I have passive 17, and I've communicated with that sword.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah, you can definitely cast Charm Person. At the same time, I want to know if anyone else is doing anything at the same time.
You said
because
I passed it with the 15, right?
You did. Hold on 1 second, just to explain this. So what's happening is there is no time to communicate if you want to act now. So everyone has to act individually. There's no time to communicate, come up with a plan, and act as a group. Torvik has cast Charm Person. Agar and Dira, what are you doing?
Agar is actually, I'm going to try have Agar basically pull Phoenix from where he's sitting and shove him behind him.
Okay, cool. That's what you're doing. Anyone else? And Dira, are you doing anything?
Yes, I think at the same time, Andira moves to get between the two of them, kind of
Okay, cool.
trying to stand
Okay,
in
cool.
the way of the blow if it comes.
Okay, cool. So can I get that saving throw for Charm Person first?
Okay, it is wisdom
17
saving
wisdom?
throw.
Yeah.
15.
I think that's a meets it beats it. Let me double check.
It says 17 on the. Oh, it's passive perception. Sorry, I was reading the wrong.
Yeah, meets it beats it. So you done
Okay,
it.
so you save that. And Dira and Agar, do you want to describe what happens at the exact same time, please?
So I'd say probably just with proximity, Agar is probably there first.
Mhm.
So, I mean, Phoenix is probably quite light. So I can imagine with a 20 strength, Agar can probably just kind of rip him around and pull him behind him. And Agar's there with his shield, ready to slam it into Phelim's chest, just shove him back. And I'd like to make a shove attack. Not attacking damage, but shove.
I'm happy that you don't have to make the attack. I'm happy to make. If Phoenix is okay with this, I'm happy to say that you can move Phoenix out of the way.
Phoenix won't be moving.
Yeah, but it will be forced movement. Are you gonna But if you resist, it will interrupt your
Don't
ritual.
roll.
If you don't resist, it will interrupt your ritual, basically.
Yeah, Agar's
Yeah,
probably very clearly tried to he's swinging the shield around as he's moving you. So I'd say if your passive perception or your passive insight is high enough, you can probably clearly see Agar's trying to protect you from something.
So basically, what happens here is Agar drags Phoenix
Yeah.
out of the way, and Dira steps between Phelim and Phoenix. Your ritual is ruined, but you can start it again. It's no problem.
If I get pulled out of the way, or if I resist.
Both. You're going to get pulled out of the way, or if you resist, your concentration is broken in the ritual. If you get pulled out of the way, so long and the short of it, the ritual is broken. You're a detect monster. You'll have to start it again, but you're not going to be subject to attack by Phelim Fontaine. It's just, you don't lose any spell slots.
No, because it's ritual
Yeah.
anyway. I know.
Yeah.
but,
So you're okay. if you'd like to react to that.
I don't think Phoenix has the trust in Aegar, even with Phelan acting weird, to let him do it.
Okay, cool. So you're going to
contested
resist.
strength, then I'd say. Yeah.
Or it will be athletics versus acrobatics then, if you want to use.
Can I use my athletics because I'm kind of nimble?
You can use whatever you want, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Is that Bodhi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
Just the guy that was
fucking shit, dude!
Wow.
What did you roll, Aegar?
I got a 16 plus 3.
16. Fuck me, man. What did I miss?
Wait. Why is it plus 8? Oh,
It's a little bit. It's not quite PvP, but Phelan Fontaine has a sentient weapon that demands blood, and Phelan Fontaine hasn't given it blood. So it's demanded that it wants blood from one of the party members. We're not going PvP, but we're getting close to it. Phelan, so Phoenix, so what do? You just like move around? You're just dodging that by moving away?
No, he grabbed me and like pulled me round.
Yeah, you're just kind of thrown behind.
Oh, sorry,
Aegar.
I was looking at character roll thinking it was fucking Aegar. Sorry, thinking it was Phoenix.
I've already moved my character already.
Sorry, I thought Phoenix got a 24 plus 2. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the
Okay,
plus 2
cool.
is just guidance, and for some reason guidance.
It's all good. You're not getting
guidance.
guidance. So Aegar swings Phoenix out of it. Phelan, you feel just there's a.
I think there's a bit of anger there.
There is anger
Frustration.
there. Andira steps in front of you. Andira, what does this look like?
Andira puts her hand on the shoulder of the arm that is going to grab the blade, and she's going to cast Hold Person on him.
Okay, what is wisdom saving throw DC?
Yeah, I need a wisdom saving throw, DC 16.
Fucking loving this, lads. The more spell slots you burn.
Phelan, he doesn't know what you're casting on him, I'm assuming.
Nope.
10. That's not gonna. No. He just tightens and freezes.
Phelan, you.
What's going on?
He just tried to stab you.
It's that fucking sword, isn't it?
It is that sword.
Once I'm sure that Phelan is paralyzed, I'm going to draw the vicious sword out of its sheath and take it away.
Okay, cool. Two things. Can I get a wisdom saving throw? Sorry, can I get a charisma saving throw as you look into the eyes of Phelan as you cast the first whole person spell that you've ever cast since you've been petrified and held yourself? Do you want to see how your mind reacts to this? Charisma saving throw.
Plus 3.
16.
13 plus 3 for a 16.
Okay, 16. It's a success. PVTPK. It's a success, but you are shaken for a second because you cast that whole person on Phelan, and you see before you the panic in the eyes of a person who thinks they might not ever become unparalyzed, and it hits you, even though you made the saving throw. It hits you, and you're like, "Fuck, was that me? When I was petrified by the beholder, was that fucking me?" And it sort of resurfaces that terrible and awful sense of helplessness that you had. You're not going to take any mechanical effects, but it's very uncomfortable to bear witness to this. Phelan, you feel everything slow down, and it's like the worst sleep paralysis ever, because in your mind you hear the blade. You are weak. You are too weak to be my wielder.
Andira, don't touch that sword. Give me a second.
Make you pay.
I suggest anyone touch that sword.
You.
That sword is fiendish.
I'm gonna grab the bag of sand I've got in my backpack I've had for ages.
Okay.
Wrap it around the handle so I'm not touching the sword.
Yeah.
Pull the sword out.
I love D&D.
The portal opens up behind me, and I fucking dip out. portal shuts.
So just describe that again. Actually, first off, tell the viewers. I think this is one of your homebrew class features. Okay, so tell them what it does, and tell them then describe the scene again, to describe how you're going to use your homebrew class ability.
Okay, so I'm a wizard with a little bit of a difference in that I wasn't trained, or I didn't train to be a wizard. My wizardry is actually natural, but it's still wizardry. And it's natural because I got it from the Fey realm where I'm from. And as with every one of my different abilities, they have a theme based on the word from the Fey realm. So this particular one is called Fade Away, FEY''D. And essentially what I get to do is, as an action, I can open up the portal to the Fey realm, disappear, come back the next round, having moved prior if I want to, and also bring back a creature with me from the Fey realm to help us during the fight.
Yeah.
In this situation, I wasn't touching the sword, went up, grabbed the sword, pulled it out of the sheath, opened up the portal, and disappeared into the Fey realm. Of which I would then throw the sword into a fucking bog in the Fey realm. And then when the portal reopens, I dip back in.
Do you get to say where you go in the Fey realm?
No, it's the equivalent place in the Fey realm to where I am in the material realm.
Okay, so it's jungle-ish.
Is it jungle there? Okay, fair. I don't care if it ends up in a tree, like, whatever.
Cool. Okay, cool. So so you grab the sword in a bag of sand.
Yeah, so I've got a bag of sand I've always been carrying around with me.
Yeah.
And essentially I'm using that to cover the handle so I don't actually touch it.
Yeah.
Pull it out the sheath. Portal opens. I dip backwards through it as I always do. And I will try to hide it while I'm there. Like, I'm not gonna just leave it fucking sword in the stone style. I'm actually gonna try and hide it. And then
we don't need a bloodthirsty Fey with the.
Give me a. I think you want to be back here pretty quick, so I'm going to say give me survival at disadvantage because normally you're gone and you're back. Yes, so I'll say give us survival at disadvantage and let's see how well you hide this this very angry weapon.
That's a 13.
13 is not too bad. Okay, cool. And you're back. Phelim.
I think Phelim is. He's obviously frozen, but when he sees, he can still see, so he can see what's happening. And even though he's paralyzed, I think there's a tear running down one cheek, and it's a mixture of the loss of his dreams of glory and power and control that he was hoping to wield with and over the sword for his own benefit, and a sorrow and a sadness in him having kind of lost his values to a degree and forgotten where he came from, and realizing that he has a bunch of people around him who actually do treat him as a friend. But yeah, that's basically it.
Okay. I love it. Laughing at what's going on in the chat there. Okay, cool.
So that should have severed the connection. Which is a different plane of existence.
It definitely should have, yeah. So there's only one way to find out, and that's to cancel the whole personal spell.
Yeah,
you'd get to save against it after 6 seconds. So
yep.
So does Phelim have to save it, or are you going to drop it?
Well, I feel like Andy wouldn't keep this spell active for longer than she needed to. The moment that the portal closed behind him, she'd drop it. And
okay, so you drop the spell. Torvig walks in. Catherine's outside. Catherine the head taker. It's just going like, I'm fucking sore. And Phelim, you feel that spell drop, and now you look at Phoenix, your ally who robbed you. You do feel a disconnect. You do feel a disconnect from the anger. That was one of the first times, maybe the second time, you've ever felt overly compelled to do any hurt to your companions. Other than that, the other 8 times out of 10, that sword granted you the fucking power to take care of half of the things that were trying to kill these people.
Yeah. I think again, Venom is just kind of overcome with that mix of emotion. The loss is still kind of lingering there. He's kind of gonna fall down on his knees. He can't really look at Phoenix fully in the face. Doesn't want Phoenix looking at him when he has a tear rolling down his face, and he'll just stare at the ground, and his arms kind of loose beside him, and just kind of sigh, and he won't be sobbing. It'll just be a silent kind of 1 or 2 tears rolling down the face, and silently staring at the ground.
Dave,
Okay. Yeah.
there's a katana looking thing here in the rubbish pile.
Thanks, Kate.
Agar is going to try to pull that out.
I'm
Okay.
going to scream at him because I'm still aware of what's going on in this room.
Yeah.
I told you not to fucking touch anything.
Fucking wait.
We need to sort this out first before you scavenge from what should probably put
Well,
it
I mean,
stop us.
Unarmed. It's
Leave.
irresponsible.
Let me make sure there's nothing in here that isn't going to try and take the fucking heads off of us. Wait.
Technically, there isn't because Ketra's in the corridor.
Nera, just as a reminder, if you're trying to get past Kefra, she is going to try and grab you.
Hello, Solid 10 D&D. Thank you for coming
you're
in. We love
muted.
you.
Keith.
I'm going to
Just so you
start
know-
the ritual again as well.
That ball is looking very enticing. It's just, it's on the top table. All you'd have to do is just just put the pads together and just go.
No. Does anyone have a water
Keith,
water
you're
bottle
muted
with a
if you're
square top?
speaking.
Cool.
Is manipulating me not getting old, Dave?
No, never.
Okay, so Near's gonna try and sneak by Kethra and the black ball off the shelf.
I'm not telling you have to do it, but I'm just telling you
Yes,
it's
you are.
there. It's there if you want to.
Near's got one
no.
spell, and I think we've all established what that is. So
Okay.
live
So,
by.
would you like to roll stealth?
die.
So, hold on. Is Ketra has she got her back to the door staring at Nira?
Kefra is half turned between, so she's definitely keeping an eye on where Nera is. checking
I
out
think you'd
Torvald's
have to roll
movement.
stealth at disadvantage then, my friend.
Okay, I'll roll again.
Surely Torvik would see him.
We're looking at
Torvald's a bit
16.
distracted.
And what's Ketra's passive?
Her passive is 14.
I'm gonna say you get through that. So it's over here.
Torvig would have been walking towards Fina at this point, so he would not have been paying attention.
Near
Right, you see that little pink thing there?
Ah, but his passive is 17, so he will notice that you've
Yeah.
got past.
Nira, if you want to move your token, whoop! Oh my god! I was like, Nira, if you want to, it's already gone. Love it, love it, love it. Nira, I think when Nira's movement, Nira's so quick, you
Yeah,
make it
no,
to the table. It's a glass ball about
Another one.
about that big.
Oh, we're so
that-
dead.
so knockable. I think Near is gonna just
It
take
is so
one
knockable.
look at Phoenix. And I am going to try and roll some sort of is there a self-control check I can do on TNT?
Wisdom.
Do you want to roll a self-control check?
I think Near is going to try, yeah. I think
Okay.
he's gonna look
So if
up.
you want to roll self, I think that's charisma.
Saving throw, is
And then we
it?
do a charisma saving throw. Will we just roll a d20 to set the thing, or would you like me to set it? Would you like me to set the DC, or would you like to roll a d20 to set the DC?
I think we'll get Phoenix to roll a persuasion check. If you're
I
okay.
yeah, I'm here for this. I'm
Yeah.
here for this, man. I love this shit.
Could
Okay,
we say that
Phoenix.
with way that Torvig's already told you not to do that, that could be with advantage?
Yeah, okay, Phoenix, roll
That's all
a
right.
persuasion
I
check with
think you can
advantage.
stack as much advantage on this as you want. Because
This this is gonna this is gonna set the DC for your charisma saving throw.
Okay, I'm gonna say instead of persuasion, it was intimidation because it was like I will fucking set you on fire if you touch
Okay, that's
things."
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
That's a
Oh,
four.
fuck's sake, Ryan.
I'm a fucking fairy. How
Fuck's
scary am I?
sake.
Baby Jesus. So can I get a charisma save?
All the times I have a Ryan roll.
DC 4.
I'm a fairy. How fucking scary do you think I am?
Was that advantage? or
Depends
dis-
on the type of
That was
fairy.
with- That was with
advantage. I'm gonna roll a d20 just to see what I would have rolled. It would have been an 8. Okay, doesn't matter. So I need a charisma save though. DC 4. 14. Okay. So
It's baby steps. He's making starts. He's thinking that's something he should do. And
So no, I feel like that should be the opposite way around. Your charisma save should have failed versus the 4, right?
Yeah, so he wants to push it off, right?
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
push it off right now.
yeah, I'm just saying it's baby steps. He should take a save. He's not
Try.
going to do it, but it's
Right, so you can see as you shoot up there, people try and stop you. But you're just like, this what? Who put it here? And for a second, all of these things go through near his head. Like, it's not safe there. First off, why would you put something that rollable and that bonkable on a fucking platform that high? It shouldn't be there. And in your brain, you're like, well, I'll just knock it off. So then, like, you know,
It can't fall if it's on the ground.
exactly. And boop, and you can see it. You boop it, and it rolls to the edge
The roll in slow motion,
and
Dave.
stops, and requires a second boop. And you give it the second boop, but not before you look around and you meet the eyes of all of your companions, and you can see them going, no, and you just go,
Flurry of boops.
boop, and it rolls off this pure jet black orb this size.
Oh, we're so fucked.
And it
Right,
lands,
and Dira.
lands on the ground with a Phoenix. What are you doing?
Oh.
I'm still doing my ritual. I'm trying to ignore.
You're starting your
these
ritual again?
idiots. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to ignore these idiots behind me.
Nearer the ball, the black stone ball is rolling across the floor now. Agar, it's rolling towards you. What are you doing?
Yeah, Agar's just watching it roll, and he's just like, "Please don't explode! Please don't explode! Please don't explode! Please don't explode!"
Rolls
will
across
use
the
his
floor.
mage hand to pick it up and lift it up to the ceiling.
Okay, you pick it up against the ceiling now. Okay, cool. So, let's see. So Ketra's out there. That's fine. Ketra's not really here. So, Agar, you're over there. Are we all waiting for Phoenix to do his attack magic?
Torvig will kind of look at Nero just like, and then we'll go back and carry on walking towards Feedham. And I'd
Okay,
like to take
cool.
a moment when we can, but I'm happy for others to kind of do what
You
they're
want
doing.
to take a moment to do what?
I'd like to speak to Feedham at some point, but I'm happy
Okay,
for
let's
see what
go.
everyone else is doing.
Let's do that now.
Yes, Phelim sees your trotters coming over. He'll
That'll be who's, not trotters. Let's get
he'll well,
Thank you for the boon, Busy Bee, for D-Range Run.
he'll search his pockets quickly for a hanky and then realize the one hanky he has is too hard, the one that he got off the young boy in the market. Put it back in.
Wait, whoa! Why is this hanky hard?
out of context. That's something
Whoa.
really bad.
Sorry.
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 I was not here.
Okay,
I
can
wasn't
we
hanky
start
the
that
next
again?
Yeah, let's not open that book up again.
No.
hanky. Does it? If you drop it, does it stand vertically?
It's
Okay, let's move
probably
on.
hard
Let's
from
move on.
phlegm. Yes,
Okay, go.
just to be clear.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Let's start this.
Phelim will see the hooves coming over and he'll take a deep breath and he'll just kind of wipe his face down like that, hands over the nose and down across the face, and just put a kind of look up at Torvig and Dira, and he just put his two hands up as if to kind of pull me up kind of gesture.
Torvig will put a hand out to lift you up. And then we'll crouch down so he's looking eyeline to eyeline with you. I don't think that was a weapon more suiting of your abilities. And he'll pull out the Rapier of Warning. I think this one might be a better fit for you in the fight to come. This one gives us protection for what comes around us and doesn't come with voices in the head.
Ben will just look at him and say, "Thank you, and thank you for this, if you're sure."
We trust you enough on that one. That weapon was... I know what was in that weapon. And if it is too powerful for you to control, and there is no shame in admitting that, then it is time to move on to a weapon more suiting of a soldier of your stature.
I was convinced I was strong enough to get control of it eventually. Could have
But
been
you're
worse.
also a strong enough man to admit when things do not turn out the way you expected.
Well, that's for sure. And
We'll need you in this fight. not whatever creature, entity existed in that blade.
You might be right. And Phelim will take up the rapier and sheath it. And he just put his hand on Torvig's knee, whatever. Or you're down at his height.
I'm crouching down, so I should be only slightly above you in height at the minute.
He'll put his hand on your shoulder for once and say, "Appreciate it, friend."
There's a lot in this place. The owner of this dungeon does a lot of mind games. I don't think even he knows some of all the truth that exists now and here. But we need to be sticking together and working together to get out of here.
Fingers crossed. I think we all, and he eyes briefly flicker over towards Agar and back. Have each other's back here.
I believe we do
Of
too.
15, do I see that?
Yes.
And
Okay.
his eyes will go back to Torvig and he'll say, "You know, I suppose if we're friends, probably shouldn't be. Well, there's one thing I should show you probably."
Oh,
And he'll just put his hand on his hat and tip his head forward,
What is it, the orc?
and he'll turn the hat upside down in his hat, and Margaret is sitting there.
I
This
did
is-
not expect this.
This one came back, and I think she's still a friend. I think, but I'm not sure. And my judgment,
sorry, I've got to separate what Tom knows to what Torvig knew. So all Torvig knew was that we tried something like that and it exploded, and then we heard Shazasthar laugh, didn't we? Okay. Sorry, I need to know. Tom knows more than Torvig does here. I did not expect to see that again. I don't know what happened to that last time.
So-
You were
so
that
I'll-
close?
I'll jump in there as when he pulls his hat up. You see a Brussels sprout underneath.
Okay. No, actually, no. Storvig will say exactly that.
he just says, "Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh."
Just, are you sure you want that so close to your head? No, I did not expect to see that. Are you sure you want that so close to your head?
The Brussels sprout. Feel him and smell it.
No, it's not a. It's a glass orb for you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Is he your
I
friend?
trust her, so I thought it might be helpful getting out here.
Oh, this is weird because like Agar overheard the earlier conversation, and now he's just looking like he's actually like his robotic eyes like in like the thing. It's like there's like a like noticeable slant on his eyebrow on one side as he's looking like Phelim. Like Phelim is insane. You have a vegetable in your hat.
I mean,
Phoenix has a
she
fucking
can't walk, but
vegetable
she can
in a
roll.
hat.
She.
Yeah.
I overheard you say to this one that you. I overheard that conversation earlier.
You overhear a lot of things, Agar.
I do. You don't speak very quietly.
That's what he wants to put in his hat. That is his choice. And Torvig will stand up.
What does Nira see? Out of curiosity.
A lot of blood is still in their eyes.
Ah.
A black ball on the ceiling,
Oh, he just.
and trying to figure out a way to get up there. You could climb up these mountains of rubbish, but in your mind, Phelim, you hear "Oh, don't! Oh, I'm scared. They want to kill me. I've used my magics to make myself look like a Brussels sprout. Please don't tell them. I want Shazasthar dead as much as you do. I want to make me way out of here and find me purpose again. Margaret Kanan can help you. I promise you. It's not on me this time. I was momentarily taken over by Shazasthar. But I promise you, Phelim. Promise you. Help me.
Margaret, and I will say this, I'll say, Margaret, I've always been trying to help you. I want to get out of here. I've believed you from the beginning.
Well, just don't tell them you have me. They want to kill me.
How are they going to kill you?
Well, the warlock hates me.
Well,
she hates me. She's tried to kill me many times. So, please, just keep it under your hat.
Phelim will look at Andira's eyes, assuming Andira's heard the conversation with Torvig. Does Andira think Phelim is a bit off as well at the moment? Or does Andira see something else?
So sorry. So
and the reason he's doing
you're
this,
hearing Margaret Kane in your mind. So
yeah.
So you're looking to Andira.
Looking to Andira to see in Andira's eyes. Is there a thought in Andira that, no more than what Agar was saying, that it just sounds a bit mad at the minute, and does Phelim feel that if he keeps pushing it, they're just not really going to believe him anyways?
I mean, that's an inside check. It's a very specific inside check.
Big time.
I think that's only going to be something that you can that you could uncover through conversation rather than just staring into someone's eyes. To be honest with you.
Okay.
You're going to have to engage with Andira to sort of suss that out.
Yeah, I think he will, because with everything that's happened in the last few minutes, he'll hold out the hat and he'll say to Andira, Margaret, just trust me here, okay? We're all friends, mostly. I'm certain of it. And
just not Margaret.
He'll say to Andira, do you remember, this is the ball, it came back. It's Margaret.
Brussels sprout.
And I felt I should give her another chance.
I mean, and I guess, yeah, like Andira just sees like a Brussels sprout. Like, oh, she's aware that illusion magic is a thing. I want to see. I guess could I have Andira roll like another insight to see like how she's feeling about this?
So what are you trying to inside check a Brussels sprout?
Yeah, well, like no, I'm trying to insight check Phelim more than the Brussels sprout.
There's your quote for the night.
Welcome to D&D, everybody.
Just like
there's three things
you
you
must
can
be
never
playing
trust.
Dungeons and fucking Dragons.
I
Three
love
things you can never trust in Dungeons and Dragons.
Sorry,
a
Craig.
chair in the middle of a room.
I just
door,
want
and a
to
Brussels
put in
sprout.
for something very important.
Yeah.
If I feel this getting very hot, I will immediately fling it. No one from
the
what
Brussels
happened before.
sprout or the encounter?
Well, as I see it, the glass ball.
Oh, yes, okay. Well, it's actually quite cool.
Okay.
So you're trying to inside check Phelim, but I feel like Phelim's being honest with you, so there is no inside check required. Unless you roll on that one, and then we're going to take things entirely out of context, and that's fun too. So give me an inside check. Give me an inside check. Don't roll on that one.
He's rolling that one.
18.
18.
Yeah, look, I mean, since that weapon has been wrenched from Phelim's grasp, there is a weakness, or not a weakness, but a vulnerability in Phelim that you've not seen before. Because when the weapon was in his grasp, there was a surety and there was a promised purpose that you were unaware of, but that was sort of communicated through his steps and through his strikes of his weapons and so on and so forth. He doesn't seem to be in a place where he's capable of lying about this, and he doesn't seem to be lying about it being a Brussels sprout, but that doesn't mean it's not a Brussels sprout.
I don't think Andira thinks this is a Brussels sprout. Like, okay, well, I mean, I
Probably
don't
50-50
like
as
it.
to whether or not his mind's just broken, and we just have to get along with it and just whatever.
Yeah, I don't like what you're saying right now. I think if what you're saying is true, then it's a poor decision to bring her with us. But this might come back to haunt me. I trust your judgment. You keep your Brussels sprout now.
Okay. You're I think at this stage,
Ritual
Phoenix's
done.
detect magic has been cast.
What do I see in all these piles?
What do
Okay,
your
cool.
eyes see?
So there is magic resonating from the armor here. So let me just say I get my pen out.
What type of armor? Oh, what type of magic?
That is abjuration.
That helps I know what that was.
There's magic from this giant shield.
Protective
Abjuration is
wards.
defensive, protective.
Okay.
There is magic coming from the chest here. There's magic coming from the chest here. There's magic coming from the chest here. And there's magic coming from... Where is it gone here? That's the same shield.
Is this a free loot room?
I was gonna say this is you're about to fight the boss. Here's some loot so that you don't die straight away.
Here, no.
I love it.
It's like
Or
in,
it's all cursed. and you're
Here's
really
some
in trouble
definitely
to get-
not cursed loot that you should 100% take.
This is-
That's
it's
it,
like
actually.
Resident
That's
Evil.
it. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
that's
Resident
it.
Evil when you start finding all the ammo and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah. shit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What would you like to investigate first?
Okay, so first thing I will.
I'm gonna say nothing's trapped to save time.
Okay, I'm gonna check this item out first. Not gonna touch it. I'm gonna see what it is first.
Here?
and what magic it is. Yeah.
It's a chest, and inside there is enchantment. Enchantment magic, and you can see there are 3 potions of greater healing.
Okay, so
They're labeled potion, greater healing.
Okay, so I'll.
That's suspicious.
There-
There's definitely
it's-
potions of greater healing.
It's missing the of.
Okay. I'll.
Balaam can definitely use them in his cooking.
I'm going to tell Torvik that if he wants to grab them, he can. I check this one here next.
Over here, you find what looks like a wand.
What kind of wand?
Would you like to cast Identify?
No, what's the magic type on it?
Evocation.
Wand, probably.
Okay, I'm just gonna take that. I'm gonna straight up
It's
take
a
that.
wand of wanding.
It
Here,
evokes wands. Can evoke my
Here,
own wand and everything else.
right. Grandpa Richie subscribed to Prime. Thank you very much, Grandpa Richie, for the sub. We love you.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay,
Yeah,
in
thank you.
here, there are 3 potions. They all radiate illusion magic.
Visibility.
I tell Torvik about those two. Check the armor.
This armor is it's full plate,
Okay.
and it is essentially full plate plus 2. It's enchantment. I'll give that one for free.
Okay. So this armor is going to be pretty good for one of you. It would probably shrink down to my size, but quite honestly, I wouldn't use it. So one of you can argue over it, and then I can check this last thing, the shield.
It is a shield that it's a tower shield,
Oh,
and that will not get smaller.
right.
So if somebody wants to use it, they're gonna have to be big, and it is a tower shield with some abjuration magic on it.
When you say a tower shield that's big, tower shields
Like
usually
so, it's
are like 4 foot tall.
yeah. But if let's say if you're a fairy and you're a tower shield,
Yeah, no.
you know what I mean. So yeah,
But
it
like,
will-
could
it will
Phelan
come-
take it?
Yes.
Right, that's what I was asking. Okay. Balaam, this might be good for you. Be something to hide behind at least. Like, obviously, when you're being attacked heavily, I mean.
Makes a change from your excuses.
Yeah, kind of prefer to fight with 2 weapons, to be honest.
Anyway, all these items are magical. I've got this wand. I'm going to see what it does.
Okay, are we moving on or what are we doing?
I am
Dave, do you
equipping.
allow the rule book that you're allowed to dip a finger in a potion and find out what it is?
Yeah. Would you like to do that?
I would like to do that on these potions, yes.
All of the potions.
Yes, just in case one's lying.
Okay.
So that shouldn't trigger the effect. That should do just enough to That's what I'm asking. Whether you do it that one, you're allowed to find out what they are.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I just like because it's a rule. It'll save waiting another hour while we do identify for.
No, it's cool. It's good. Are the 3 illusory potions are potions of invisibility? The potions of greater healing. They are greater healing, but there is something else to them.
Okay.
You're not quite sure. There's another. They're tainted.
Got notes of blackberry.
Yes.
Okay, but those are 3 potions of.
They will give you the full effects of potion of greater healing, but they will have another effect.
Okay, I'll put those potion of greater healing from junk room, and I'll have them separate.
Yeah. They are.
And I will pass that on so everyone's aware that these things are.
They heal whatever you hit. That's the problem.
There is something more to them.
Yeah.
Reverse healing.
Agar's gonna start taking parts of his armor off and start equipping the new set of plate.
Yeah, sure. You just take it. That's fine.
I don't think anyone who can actually use plate armor.
I'm the only one proficient, I think. So
You're the only one proficient, but Kefra can't now because of her barbarian stuff.
yeah, makes no sense.
Just heavy armor, isn't it?